So, good morning to all. So, we have already started hydrothermal deposits or deposits. So, in that we have discussed what is hydrothermal deposits in last class. What are the conditions required to form hydrothermal deposits? We have discussed. Then we have discussed about classification of hydrothermal deposits based on its temperature. That is hypothermal, mesothermal, and epithermal. So today we are going to discuss about classification of hydrothermal deposits based on mode of formation. So there are two classification based on mode of formation, that is cavity filling deposits and replacement deposits. So today we are only concentrating on cavity filling deposits. So let's study this cavity filling deposits. So this is same. Hydrothermal deposits based on formation mode of formation. There are two: cavity filling deposits and replacement deposits. So, what is cavity filling deposits? First thing you should remember, you should know what is cavity. Cavity is opening in the rock. Suppose this is a rock, and due to some activity, maybe it is fault or some pressure, the cracks will generate. Cracks will generate in this type of rocks. Okay, so these cracks or these fractures are nothing but openings in the rock. Openings in the rock, and these are also considered as cavities. These are also considered as cavities because cavities are hollow things, openings. So how these cavity filling deposits are formed? In this opening, in this type of openings, hydrothermal solution deposits dissolved minerals in the rock openings. So formed when the hydrothermal solution precipitates. What I'm saying? So in this crack, what happens in this crack? Hydrothermal deposit solution will enter, and that will precipitate. Precipitate means solidifies. So this solidified material has some valuable minerals. Like I told you last time, gold. It may be gold. It may be silver. So most of the times, valuable metals are there. So this is due to change in pressure, temperature, and chemical character of the solutions. So what happens? Uh, every mineral like gold, copper, silver has some melting point, and to that melting point, if the melting point, if the temperature goes below the melting point, obviously there will be precipitation or crystallization of that mineral. So there will be change in temperature, change in pressure, and change in chemical characters. So sometimes due to some reaction, the mineral gets separated from the ore body. So precipitation of mineral due to above factors. Obviously, first solution will enter into the crack or cavity, and that will due to pressure, temperature, and chemical characters changes. This solution, hydrothermal solution, will get crystallized or precipitates. Okay. There is no replacement. I told you last time also. There is no replacement. Replacement means what, you know? As I told you, suppose this is a rock and there is a cavity here. Okay, so this is a cavity. I will make it larger one, and if the solution enters, wait, let me try with different color. If solution enters into this crack, okay, and here only it will crystallize in this crack only. It is not, this is country rock, this is country rock, these all are country rock, already present rock, and this is a crack. In this crack, if the solution is getting crystallized, precipitates, this is called as cavity filling deposits. Sometimes what happens, this solution enters into the crack and it will dissolve this rock, melt this rock, and here there will be deposition due to what? High temperature. The solution will be having high temperature which dissolve this country rock. Okay, this is called as replacement. It is taking the place of original rock and it is crystallizing or you can say solidifying. So that is replacement. So in this cavity filling deposits, we don't have any uh, replacement. Just it will go into the crack and it will crystallize. And it is the epithermal deposits. Epithermal, as you know, low temperature deposits. Then precipitation, obviously, if you are a chemistry student, you must be knowing this, what is precipitation. So here there will be solution, here there will be solution, maybe it is water, okay. So in this solution there will be suspension. So suspension may be of any metal, like maybe it is silver, maybe it is gold. So any suspending material, and this suspending material will solidify or precipitate. This solidification is nothing but precipitation. So in cavity filling deposits, there is a phenomena associated with that, or characteristic feature, you can say. This is a characteristic feature of cavity filling deposits, wherein it is called as crustification. It is called as crustification. This may come for 5 marks in exam. So just listen to me. So what is crustification? First I will tell you. The mineral which precipitates first line of the walls of the cavity. So here you can see, this is a diagram. Here, this is the wall of the cavity. This is a wall of the cavity. Okay, this is full whole thing is cavity. So here hydrothermal solution has already entered, and this is a calcite. You can see this is a calcite. Calcite is a or sorry, this is a limestone. This is limestone. Limestone is a country rock now here. Limestone. Okay, so here limestone is a country rock. So in this limestone there was a crack, there is an opening. In that opening, this solution has entered. Okay, so the precipitation, that is solidification, occurs on the walls of the lines of the walls. So these are the lines of the walls. From here the precipitation starts, or solidification starts. Obviously hydrothermal is a solution, hydrothermal is a liquid form. So when it enters into the crack, it starts crystallizing or precipitating. So it starts crystallizing from walls of the crack. Okay, so it crystals. Obviously, while crystallizing or precipitating, it forms crystals. Its crystal grows towards or point towards the center. So you can see here. Can you see the crystal formation like this? I mean, what you can say? Like quartz crystal will be there. Like this crystals will be there. Okay, see this pointing is towards the center. You can see here, these pointings are towards the center. This is center. Okay, so these pointings are towards the center. So because of that, you can see here the crystal grows towards and point towards the center. Generally, successive layers of different minerals are deposited one upon the other. Like example, I'll tell you. So you can see here up to this one, it is one layer. Up to this one, it is another layer. Here can the same thing it is here, and same thing it is here. So this one layer, so this second layer. Second layer is depositing upon first layer, and this is a third layer. You can say this is a third layer. First layer again, second layer, because first and first crystallize at a time simultaneously. Second and second crystallize simultaneously, and third one also crystallize simultaneously. So what happens? Generally, successive layers, successive 1, 2, 3, successive layers will be deposited one upon the other. This process repeats until the filling of complete. I mean, the solution until and unless precipitate wholly, complete, it should crystallize fully. After that only, what you can say, or you can say this process, when the solution gets precipitate wholly, there will not be any liquid in that particular vein or fissure. This process is called as, this filling is called as crustification. This filling is called as crustification. Or this type of precipitation or solidification is nothing but crustification. And there is a two types. symmetrical crystallization and asymmetrical crystallization. Now, what is symmetrical and unsymmetrical crystallization? I'll tell you. So, okay, as I told you, the crystallization starts from lines of the cavity and goes towards the center, isn't it? So here you can see the first layer and first layer thickness is the same. Second layer and second layer thickness is the same. And third layer also there is thickness is the same. So there is a uniformity. There is a uniformity from wall towards the center. So this type of uniformity, if the crystallization occurs in cavity in this form, it is called as symmetrical crystallization. And suppose this is a vein, this is a vein, I'll tell you, and solution has entered into the crack and crystallization has occurred, but only one layer is very small, asymmetrical, and second layer is combs are there here, or you can say crystals are here like this. Okay, but you can see there is a uneven arrangement of layers. So here there is a big layer is there and there is a small layer here. So this unsymmetrical crystallization or formation of layers is nothing but asymmetrical crystallization. So there are some terms you should remember. Here you can see there is a term called vugs. There is a term called vugs. V-U-G-S. The vugs means what? The crystallization will occur in this particular vein, and sometimes what happens, the liquid will over after precipitating or solidification, and there will not be any liquid to crystallize in the particular place. So because of that, there is a hole inside or cavity inside, which is hollow thing. I mean, it is like cave or cavity, or you can say there will not be any crystal. So this gap is nothing but vugs. These gaps are nothing but vugs. VUGS. Okay. Then there is also called as comb structure. Comb structure means what? I will tell you. So this you can see crystal formation is there here. Crystal formation is there, which is to center. I mean, pointing towards the center. This type of structure is nothing but comb structure. This type of structure is nothing but comb structure. The mineral when prominent crystal project towards the center of the earth, center of the, or you can say, sorry, center of the vein, you can say. It is called as comb structure. And you can see one more thing I will tell you. What type of minerals are formed? You can see here. There is a galena. Galena is what? PBS. PBS. Okay. So it is a lead ore. So beside that, this dotted line is ZNS, zinc sulfide. Okay. And beside that, you can see here there is a calcite. Calcite, or you can say limestone as well. Sorry, not limestone. Marble. Sorry, marble it is. Because why marble? I will tell you. Marble contains calcite. So as I told you, the host rock is limestone, and the hydrothermal solution has entered into this crack, and the walls will melt. Walls will melt and will recrystallize. These walls of the limestone will melt and recrystallize. And while recrystallizing, obviously limestone has a calcite, and after recrystallizing, it forms marble. After recrystallizing, it is called as metamorphism. It is called as metamorphism. Due to metamorphism, limestone, it converts to marble. So you can see successive layers are there. Marble is there, then ZNS, zinc sulfide, and then galena, lead sulfide. So in this fashion, different valuable minerals will form in the, or you can say, this type of crystallification. I hope you understood this crystallification. Then that is about what you can say characteristic feature of cavity filling deposit. Now there are some types of cavity filling deposits. Types of cavity filling deposits. So mainly there are fissure veins, because obviously cavity filling deposits are formed in openings that may be cracked, that may be vein. So there are types on based on that only. Fissure veins, then shear zone deposits, stockwork, ladder veins, saddle reefs, cave deposits or gas deposits. So one by one we'll discuss. First we'll discuss about fissure veins. So fissure veins, what is this fissure vein? As I told you, a fissure or you can say fracture, you can say, or crack inside. Suppose this is a rock, in that there is a features or cracks inside. These cracks will be filled. These cracks will be filled. This type of deposits, cavity filling deposits, are called as fissure vein deposits. And the length of this fissure vein may go up to maybe a few hundreds of meter, few hundreds to kilometers it can go. It may go up to kilometers. So this length of this particular vein may go up to few hundred meters to few kilometers. So, and generally these veins are steep sloped. What is this steep sloped? You must have heard about dip and strike of the rock. Dip means what? The sometimes the vein will be vertical in nature. Vertical means what? Suppose this is a rock bed. This is a rock bed, and these are the cracks which are vertical in shape, vertical or steep sloped. And further, this fissure vein deposits are divided into five veins. That is simple vein fissure veins, simple fissure veins, chambered fissure veins, dilation or lenticular veins, sheeted veins, and composite veins. So one by one we'll discuss. What is simple? What you can say? Simple veins. This type of deposits. You can say. What is that? This type of deposits? The fissure vein which occupies a single fissure. Single fissure means what? So here there are multiple fissures are there. Sometimes what happens in one rock, only one fissure will be there. Suppose this is one fissure is there. In this fissure, there is a precipitation of mineral. There will be the precipitation of mineral. So this type of deposits is nothing but simple fissure veins. Then second one is chambered vein. Chambered vein, I will tell you what is chambered vein. I will draw it here. So can you see here? This yellow color is a hydrothermal solution. Hydrothermal solution. Okay, and it has precipitated, or you can say already O deposit formed, and this is nothing but host rock. This is nothing but host rock or country rock. Okay, so this host rock may be anything, but this should be dissolvable, or in the sense you can say this should be melted by hydrothermal solution. So sometimes what happens, the solution will enter into this crack and it will go on dissolving the rock, which can be dissolved, and it will precipitate. And sometimes what happens, it leaves the eye-like structure. It leaves the eye-like structure that is called as horses. Eye-like structure of host rock. That is, it is called as horses, which stays as it is in the vein and is surrounded by crystallized hydrothermal solution. So you can see in between there is, here you can see rounded one. This is rounded one, is what? Horses. Horses is, it is host rock material, parent material or original material, which has not melted due to hydrothermal solution, and surrounds that there is a crystallization of uh, hydrothermal solution. So O-deposited form, but in between is the original rock material stays as it is. It is called as horses. This type of vein deposits are nothing but chambered fissure veins. These are called as chambered fissure veins. Next one is dialysis or lenticular. Dialysis or lenticular. I will try it here. So these deposits are lens-like shaped. These deposits are lens-like. So these are lens-like cavity or opening. Here what happens? In this cavity, the hydrothermal solution will enter and will crystallize. Okay, so here it is looks like lenses, like you must be knowing lens. What is lens I'm talking about? So it is lenticular in shape, and this type of fissure veins, obviously it is a fissure vein. So in this fissure vein, the hydrothermal solution will enter and will crystallize, and this type of deposits are nothing but lenticular or dilation deposits. And there will be several disconnected, and one lens is disconnected. You can see here it is disconnected, little bit disconnected is there, or it is narrowing is there. So it is there will be continuous disconnected lenses will be there in dialysis or lenticular veins. The next one is sheeted veins. Next one is sheeted veins. So here I will draw what is sheeted vein. Sheeted veins are a group of closely spaced parallel veins. Closely spaced parallel veins means what? So here you can see it is closely spaced veins will be there. In these veins, very closely spaced veins will be there. In these veins, the solution will deposit, and this type of vein deposits are nothing but sheeted vein deposits. These are nothing but sheeted vein deposits. And last one is composite veins. And these veins, what can I say, sheeted veins are also called as parallel vein deposits. Parallel vein deposits. Composite vein deposits means what? The composite vein deposits wide. I mean, it is a wide zone of nearly parallel fissures connected by dialysis. So this only deposits, but on this type of deposits will be there, but those will be parallel, but this will be interconnected. This will be interconnected. When these are interconnected, these are called as composite O deposits. Composite vein deposits. When they are interconnected. Without interconnected, it is called as sheeted veins. And if they are connected with some cross crack or cross fissure, it is called as um, composite vents. I hope you understood. I think only discuss shear zone deposits. Shear zone deposits. First of all, I will tell you what is shear zone. That is most important. So, as you know, you must have heard about plate tectonics. Okay. So here what happens if suppose these are two plates, A plate or a rock block, you can say rock mass, A plate and B plate. In plate tectonics, you must have heard about two many plates are the boundaries are there. That is transform plate boundaries, convergent plate boundaries, and divergent plate boundaries. So we are considering transform plate boundaries, wherein what happens, one plate will move towards this side and one plate will move towards this side, parallelly opposite to each other. So because of this, what happens, wherever there is a line of this line is there, here what happens, there will be formation of cracks. Cracks will be generated, small cracks will be generated, or these are called as fractures. So fractures, minute thousands of fractures will be generated, and in this fracture, what happens? The hydrothermal solution will go or enter after the formation of these cracks. So hydrothermal solution will enter into this one, and this will the valuable material will deposit into this particular shear zone. So this type of deposits are called as shear zone deposits, and these openings are very minute, and these are very large amount of minute fractures will be there or openings are there. And these are very susceptible to ore deposit, for formation of or deposition of ore. Because of this, large deposits of hydrothermal solution are generally found in shear zones, because there will be fractures, there will be opening in the sense, due to fractures there will be opening, and in this opening what happens, hydrothermal solution will enter and that will precipitate there. So due to this, a huge mass will form, and this type of deposits are called as shear zone deposits. Next one, stock work. I have to explain stock work. Stock work. Stock work means, I'll first draw the diagram so that you will understand. Here is the rock mass. And here there is a intrusion, igneous intrusion is there. This is the igneous intrusion. And here what happens, there will be thousands of cracks will be there in this igneous intrusion. Thousands of minute cracks will be there. I'll tell you how much cracks will be there, what is the length of these cracks, I'll tell you. So thousands of cracks will be there in this particular intrusion, and this will be country rock. This will be country rock. This is country rock. And this is fractured or cracked igneous intrusion. This in between there is no, this is fractured igneous intrusion. So in this igneous intrusion, due to some tectonic activity, there will be so many cracks or fractures will be there, which is of 1 centimeter width. The width of this will be 1 centimeter, and length will be around a few meters, you can say. So this length, so from here to here, suppose this is here to here, the length will be around, one sec. So the length will be around few meters. So width will be 1 centimeter and length will be around a few meters length. So spacing between this, spacing from one to other, this spacing from one to other crack will be uh, it will be around few meters. It is also few meters. Oh, sorry, few centimeters. It will be few centimeters. Few centimeters. So you can see now three things we have to remember. Width will be 1 centimeter, width of this crack, and the length of this vein will be around few meters, and the distance between two veins will be around few meters, few centimeters, few centimeters. In stockwork whole mass, what happens, due to this closely spaced veins, and the solution, hydrothermal solution will percolate into this particular so hydrothermal solution will percolate in this particular cracks, and there will be huge deposition of ore, any ore, maybe it is gold, maybe it is platinum, whatever it is. So huge deposition will be there. Because of this, when they mine this type of ore deposit, they will mine whole thing. They mine whole whole thing is mined. Whole mining of rock mass. Why? The closely spaced cracks have a huge amount of valuable minerals. Because of this, whole mass is extracted. And I told you, hydrothermal solution will enter into this crack and they will deposit, and it will form valuable deposits of ore. And these are found where cracked igneous intrusion is there. Cracked means fractured igneous intrusion is there. Stockwork will form in that particular region. So I hope you understood shear zone deposits and stockwork. So next one is saddle reef. I'll explain saddle reef. Saddle reefs. So word itself said saddle means horse saddle. How the horse saddle will be there? Like you must be remembering horse, on that there will be saddle. So it looks like horse saddle. I will draw the diagram so that it will be clear for you. Now you can see, if you are studying structural geology, in structural geology there is a one structure called as fold. Structure called as fold. This is a type of fold. Fold means what? I'll explain what is fold now. The fold is nothing but what happens. There will be, as you know, sedimentation will occur parallelly. So these are the beds. Just imagine these are the beds. Due to pressure from both the sides, what happens? This will result into folding of these rocks due to pressure from both the sides. This type of structure is called as fold. This type of structure is called as fold. So in this type of fold, there is many types of folds are there. Basic types are anticline and syncline. Anticline and syncline. So anticline and syncline means what? If the folding is like this, If the folding is like this, it is called as anticline. It is called as anticline. This is anticline. And if the folding is like this, sinking like, you can see it is ulta, it is called as syncline. Syncline. So if you understand this, what you can say, fold, then you can easily understand saddle reef. So what happens, during the formation of this particular beds, while the formation of beds, here in between these two beds, there will be formation of ore deposits, old deposits. So while folding the rock due to pressure from both the sides, what happens? From both the sides, pressure will be there. This material, which is here, yellow color, which is here, it will go to the anticline folds here. So what happens? It will concentrate on anticlines. These are called as this crest. This is called as anticline. These are anticlines, or it is called as crest. It is called as crest. C-R-E-S-T, crest. So in this crest only, there will be deposition of ore. In this crest only, there will be deposition of ore. You can see here. There will be deposition of ore like this at the crest, because it will, while folding, it will concentrate on in this particular regions. So these will be, sorry. These will be what? Ore deposits. These will be what? Ore deposits, which are formed which is formed in the shape of saddle, horse saddle. Why it is formed like this? Because while folding, the ore deposits will concentrate on in the crest of the fold. Crest of the fold. I hope you understood this. I need one more. Here you can see the bookish diagrams are here. So this is fissure veins we have discussed. Ladder veins we have not discussed. Stockwork, it is little different diagram is there, but you just remember. This is saddle reef. You can see here. Saddle reef. Saddle reef, you can see the fold is there. In this fold, there is a deposition of ore here due to folding. It is at crest of the fold. Then next one is ladder veins. Ladder veins, you remember, ladder like in home you must have having ladders like this in house. So same like this, so there will be ladders in dike. Generally these deposits are formed in dikes. There will be, this is a dike. This is a dike. You can see this is a dike, igneous intrusion. In this igneous intrusion, it will form step-like deposits. Step-like deposits in a in that particular dike only. So this type of deposits are nothing but ladder veins. It looks like ladder. You can see step by step. It is look like this ladder only. And these are commonly found, as I told you, these are commonly found in dikes. And they're short and transverse. They're short and transverse, roughly parallel to each other. So they're short and transverse means cross, and they're roughly parallel to each other. This is parallel, roughly parallel to each other. You can see it. And because of its appearance, it is called as ladder veins. I hope you understood ladder veins as well. And next one is gash veins. Gash veins or cave deposits. These are gash veins or cave deposits. This is the last one. Gash veins or cave deposits. Generally, these are found in limestone. because almost all the caves are formed in limestone. This host rock will be limestone, and as you know, when limestone react with water, it will dissolve the calcium carbonate, and with water, it will go away. And because of this, there will be formation of cave inside. This is a cave inside, or this type of opening is called as gash. This type of opening is called as gash. And in this gash or in this opening, what happens? There the hydrothermal solution will enter. This is a hydrothermal solution, and this will precipitate and it will form O deposit. It will form O deposit. It will form O deposit. So this type of deposits are called as gash deposits or cave deposits, because these are formed in gash. These are called as gash. Openings are called as gash. And generally these are formed along the bedding planes, or you can say joints. These are formed along the joints of the in limestone or any rock. But generally these are formed in limestone. These are specifically belongs to limestone deposits, because in limestone what happens, there will be formation of caves. In this cave, what happens, the solution will enter, it will precipitate and it will form O deposits, valuable O deposits. So I hope you understood shear zone deposits. Then we have discussed about stockwork, then saddle reefs, ladder vein. This is ladder vein we have discussed here. This is ladder vein we have discussed. Then last one we have discussed is cave deposits and or gas deposits. So we have completed all the cavity filling deposits which are there in your syllabus. So shear zone deposits were completed, stockwork we have completed, ladder vents, saddle reef, and cave deposits or gas deposits. So I hope you understood. If you have any questions, you can ask.